This video will explain money management and credit, as well as give advice for a student named Susie, who needs to create a budget in order to control her monthly spending. Establishing credit and learning to use it wisely when you are young can make your transition to adulthood much easier. Potential employers may consider your credit history when you are looking for your first job. It may also play a part in approving your apartment application, and it is critical for buying your first car so you can get to work every day. While you can establish credit after graduating from college, it becomes more difficult. Lenders rely on your credit history to make decisions regarding your application. Without an established credit history, it becomes more difficult to qualify for credit cards or other types of loans. It is important for Susie to manage her money now so that she can establish good credit for the future. Susie is 20 years old and lives with her family. She is a freshman at the University of Maryland, College Park, and works as an IT assistant in the library. Her parents are paying for her large expenses. However, she does plan to go to law school, and her parents told her that she would need to pay for her graduate education. She will need to save money to pursue her graduate degree and possibly move out. Fencing is a hobby Susie has had most of her life, and her short term goal is to save $1,500 for the fencing tournament next July. In order to save for this, she should put off her wants of buying a new iPhone, a new computer, and various other expenses. At the moment, her savings account has $357.45. That means that she needs $1,142.55 more. She would have to save $95.21 a month in order to reach this goal. Looking at her expenses in her checking account, she has a lot of areas where she can save. She can stop spending money on computer parts. She can buy groceries instead of eating out, and gas for her car and food expenses can be minimized. Susie's long-term goal is to save enough money to pay for her graduate school expenses. Education is the most important thing for a student like her, and she must be diligent in saving if she wants to avoid crippling student debt. Right now, as a freshman, she still has 4 more years to save in college, assuming she wants to go to graduate school right after she gets her undergraduate degree. We don't know how much this graduate school is going to cost or how many years she intends to go. However, we can assume the average cost per year for a graduate program is $30,000 if she plans to go for 4 years. She must save $120,000 in 4 years. Her income for 4 years is $46,800. She has 2 options. She can either use a credit card or take out a student loan to pay for her law degree, or she can put off graduate school for a few years and continue saving. The best option would be a student loan, as it would have less risk of harming her credit. Plus, her credit score is already low, so getting a credit card could cause her to have a higher APR rate. Susie seems to have an average monthly income of $900, which comes from a biweekly income of $450, which she earns from a combination of allowance and earnings for helping her family. Most of Susie's expenses we can assume will be recurring monthly expenses. These are things such as the cell phone bill and fencing dues. Some expenses, however, can be assumed to be only for this month. These include her purchase of a fencing mask as part of her uniform. Susie's expenses for the month totaled to $920.84, which is more than her monthly income of $900. Her net loss for this month can be explained by purchases that will most likely not occur every month. A good way for Susie to build her wealth is to try and save as much of her monthly income as possible. This can be achieved by reducing some of her monthly expenses, such as eating out. Susie can also set aside some of her income to pay off her student loans. She has a fairly low amount of student debt that she could easily pay off within 2 years with an efficient financial planning. Susie should create a budget and plan to save money to pay off her student loans. In order to do this, she should budget to save $100 per month to pay off her loans in 25 months. In order to save for the nationals, she should budget $150 per month so that she will have the full $1,500 by April next year, under the assumption that her payment will be due before the actual tournament. This leaves Susie with an estimated $80, which she can use in case of monthly spending variances, or simply she can put her remaining monthly balance into a savings account.